What's up, comic amigos? It's your homies, Team Nerd Herd. Thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're going to do top picks today, plus a hip-hop variant. All you hip-hop heads, you want to tune in. But let's get into roll call. And I'm going to let our new homie join in and do roll call with him first. What's up, Steve?
What up, E? What up? What's going on? This is Steve. Hip Hop's in me on Instagram, and I'm just ready to get into this show, man. This is like down to my roots, hip hop all day, a day. And I'm gonna pass it to my very right over to JR.
This is your rocker, JR. I know nothing about hip hop. No, I know gangster rap. That's about it. I'm your Marvel guy. I'm your Star Wars nerd. I'm your book nerd. And Spider-Man hater. Speaking of Spider-Man lovers, though, let's send off to Alonzo.
Oh, thanks, JR. Appreciate it.
You're
Alonzo,
welcome.
Comics and Pops on IG, comic book nerd, West Coast all day, baby, and pop culture fanatic. Over to you, Nick.
Yeah, this is Cosmic Ninja, Minor Key 12. Spider-Man fan, hip-hop fan, Marvel fan, resident DC spectator. Passing it on to over to Rob.
How's it going, guys? Big Robert from Rob's Nerd Haven on Instagram, and I'm an all-around music lover as well. So let's pass it on to back to you again.
What's up, guys? And my name is Ian. You can catch me at Hood Rat Comics. And like we said, we're going to do our each person's going to pick their favorite hip-hop cover along with their top picks. And let's start it off with Big Rob.
All right, I'm first on this one. So Batman 93. It's pretty obvious at this point. It's a punchline scenario. Joker War. It's a must pick up. By this point, everybody should know they should be buying Batman. This one, I'm not sure. I haven't read Batman 92, so I'm not sure what the story is at this point. But I know the covers are pretty dope, especially the variants. Let's see what we got here. So there's Matina, right, for the next variant.
Love this cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Man,
Nice.
is that the Joker wearing, or that's Harley Quinn?
That's
I'm
Harley
not
Quinn
sure.
wearing Joker's mask, looks
It's
like.
Harley wearing a Joker's mask.
Man, she looks psychotic as hell. So,
He might haunt you in your nightmares,
And
but it's a good
yeah.
thing.
yeah, she might lay me over, but then kill me in that afterwards.
Tina is killing these covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is. But also the big spec on this book is the designer cover, because I'm pretty
I
sure
got
the
that one.
designers want to be prominent in this book. Because I didn't read 92. Last time I saw him, he got spoilers. He got smoked by the Joker in one of the earlier Batman books. But I'm assuming he's coming back for this issue. He's on the designer cover, so it's definitely a must-have. I pre-ordered that one as well. So
I just did earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
and what's
so-
and so everybody try and guess what's Rob's hip hop variant that he's picking. Here we go.
Oh,
All right.
that's it right there. Oh, that's a built for Cuban links.
Yep.
Raekwon.
Why this one, Rob?
Well, it's Raekwon, right? It's Wu-Tang Clan. That's supposed to be Raekwon in the front, and Ghostface Killer in the back was Amadeus Chow. So, number one, it's totally awesome Hulk number one. So that's a key book. And just the cover looks dope, man. It's just the coloring, the Hulk making that face. I don't know.
Yep.
It's just funny to me. And it's definitely a book. If Amadeus Cho comes out in live action like he's supposed to, and if for whatever reason becomes a Hulk, a lot of people don't like that idea. But if he does, this book might blow up in the future for sure. So it's pretty cheap right now. I picked it up myself, a couple dollars. So highly recommend. And it's classic cover, Wu-Tang.
Yep.
All
Probably
night,
one
all
of the
day.
best albums, man, between Raekwon and Ghostface, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Play it all the way
Parts of the
through.
method, but
Can't
Oh,
go
yeah,
wrong with
Matt-
little
Matt
Rick
Method
One.
Man, man. But
Yeah.
Rick One's dope. No.
You got hate on Totally Awesome
chef.
Hulk. I just want to
Say
say
what?
that I said I hear a lot of hate for Totally Awesome Hulk.
Yeah.
I think that if a
I don't know
movie
what you're talking
happened,
about.
it would be totally awesome.
Well, he's gonna come out. Amadeus Cho is gonna be live
That's
action.
horrible.
It's gonna happen. But you know, what's his name? What's the name of the actor who plays the Hulk? Ruffalo, whatever his name.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Ruffalo. He ain't gonna be there forever.
Imagine a young Hulk, dude. Imagine the CGI, him interacting with kids. You know, like that scene where Hulk was taking selfies, but a whole movie of that.
Yeah.
What? How about imagine this? You know who else? No, not to bash that. But you know who else he ran with before Hulk?
Who?
Hercules.
Hercules. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Well, that's-
I think that would be more fun to see him running around with Hercules, and Hercules just being a drunk and
Well-
trying to do that whole thing.
Well, they're both gonna be live action.
That's you.
That's gonna happen. Hercules and Amadeus Cho are coming in live action, but I'm just saying it's a good spec to have. It's super cheap, and the coverage is badass. You know, you
No,
can't
it's
fail on
badass,
this.
yeah.
so.
Yeah, man,
hard
you
to
can't
find
hate on
it.
that at all.
I was looking, and it's very hard to find.
I kind of want one now.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
You guys are
Big Rob's
breaking
got
my
one.
wallet. You know. All right.
I know my wallet's hating on me.
On to JR.
So this is Die. You guys remember the old Dungeon Dragon cartoon back in the day, where the kids went to the amusement park, ended up in D&D land?
Oh yes.
This is the messed up version of it.
Oh.
These two guys are friends, really close. They have the same birthday. The one guy is a DM or a game master, and he has a group of friends. He's like, I'm going to throw for your birthday, we're going to have this killer campaign. Gets these special dice. Everyone gets a different die. A D4, a D10, whatever. They end up finding out that they're enchanted. They get sent to this other land. They come back. One guy's missing an arm. One of the two guys is missing in general. The dungeon master guy, missing in general. A year later, like, things are fine. 30 years down the road, things are fine. 40th birthday, the dice show back up. They're all being summoned back to that world. It is basically Dungeons and Dragons on messed up crack.
Ooh,
I
that's
mean, not even like
interesting.
the good crack. It is just a messed world. One of the characters has got is a god controller and stuff. Same guys that gave you Dr. Aphra, Gillian. He's the same writer that created Dr. Aphra. So if you like Dr. Aphra, you're gonna like Die.
All right. What do you think about this cover? This cover is hot.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
cover-
sick.
Also, I don't know if you realize
Why
the
you gotta
lines,
do me like that?
how they get those lines. That's a dice. They would actually, that makes like the
Oh yeah.
D4 die and everything. Like you can puzzle it together.
Who's
Wow.
going to start cutting out their covers?
Well, no. I'm just saying that's what that design is. Each
Oh, I
cover
got
has
you.
That's sick.
Each cover
Yeah.
has that, and they're all for the,
Huh.
depending on what character it is the die, because each character got a different die. And that was their hit dice, basically, or whatever.
And then
Yeah, that's
Stephanie
dope.
Hans, man, she's incredible.
Yeah,
Love her art on this.
yeah.
This
There's-
is
there's
11,
a-
right?
Yep.
They're on number 11, yes.
This sounds
Yeah, I
like
did 1 through 10.
D&D meets Jumanji.
Yeah,
Damn,
sort of.
I might have to pick that up.
The
It's-
dialogue's a little thick.
The art, the dialogue's a little thick. If you ever met, I actually met Gillian years ago at an Image Expo. Nicest guy in the world. Could not hear a damn thing he said. He had
Isn't
such
he
a
British?
thick accent. Yep.
Oh.
And but the guy is a genius when it comes to stuff. This is a fun book. I would definitely pick up in trades if you can. Save yourself some bucks. But
And there's
this is
there's
my
a hot
favorite book.
and there's a hot peach mocha for this one too, right? You know the number,
Yeah.
Lonzo?
6, I think.
6.
There you go.
Yep.
Is it 6?
Number 6.
I think
Yep.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's also number 1. I've got the cover here, but there's a 1 in 800, or there's 800 of it. That's
Let's
going
see
for
it,
like
JR.
Let's see if you can see it from here. Or
There you go.
Love it.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
nice, dude.
Love it.
And that's going for,
Lucky dog.
I think slabbed is like 150, 200 in that zone. So I got smart and picked it up when it came out.
I'm coming in at a bad time, guys. You guys are like way ahead. I'm like trying to catch up.
Like I said,
COVID factor,
the
man.
great thing though, pick this up and trade.
Yeah,
You can
I
get
probably will.
Image
Yeah.
comics are great. They typically their first trade is like $10 to $15.
Yeah.
Pick up
I've
the
got-
trade. It's not going to hurt you.
Yeah. I picked up
So-
that Gideon. Well, I have to pick it up next week, but I picked up that Gideon Falls trade for the fourth arc. So
Volume 4.
yeah, I'll probably pick up Die and
Yeah.
give it a
See,
try.
I'm not a Jeff Lemire fan, so
Oh, okay.
Hey, Steve, if you're going to be at Frankenstein's next week, I have the trade. I can let you borrow it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Word.
Yeah, I'd like to
There
get
you
into
go.
that.
Yeah.
Friends
Read
helping
that real
friends.
Oh, homie
Yeah.
hookup.
And on for JR's hip hop pick. Hold on, real quick. Let's see if you guys can recognize this one.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
damn.
it only makes sense for me
Uh-oh.
since we all know.
don't know
We all
this.
know.
Old dirty bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm
oh,
old.
yo, MTV Raps.
Speaking of that, did you ever see? I want to say it was him and Kurt Loder were in a limo going around to all
Yeah,
the
I've seen
welfare,
that.
where he's
I've
going to
seen
the
that.
welfare offices,
Yeah.
picking up his welfare checks
Yep.
while in a limo, and he was on the label and making way too much money to be getting financial
He
aid.
was drinking champagne on the way to the welfare
And he went to
office.
multiple spots.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, he got
That's why
food
he's
stamps. He
ODB.
got food stamps.
Yeah. But I mean that it fits me. I'm an ODB, so
No, yeah.
All right,
you
you
are.
are with ODB.
Never.
but I do
All right.
like his second album better.
Yeah. And moving on. Nice pick though. I like that. I like that cover, man. Nice pick. And I love that album.
Isn't that also? That's not Gwenpool's first appearance, is it?
I
No.
think so. That's
It
right.
is Gwenpool's
Yeah.
first
Is that?
appearance.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Gwenpool's first appearance
Yep.
too.
Are we sure about that?
Oh, I am 100%
I think that
positive.
is. I think
Yeah, I
he's
have
right.
it. 'cause
So
I have
there's
the regular
two-
cover.
That deserves
Gwenpool's
another
got
play.
two first appearances. She's got the Secret Wars Deadpool cover,
Yeah.
which is like the cameo first appearance, and then this is her actual first appearance.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna have me end up buying this 9.8 over here.
Yeah. See, that's Gwenpool's first appearance. I think.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, and on to Alonzo. What you got, Alonzo?
All right. So my pick of the week has to do with Sleeping Beauties. So this is from IDW, and it's written by Stephen and Owen King. So it is a horror book, which again, I am not really a fan of that kind of genre, but I'm starting to get into it with Hotel or Hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm digging this book. So thank you, Big Rob, for showing me and kind of leading me to the Ash Can. So
There
this
you
is-
go.
I picked it up, gave it a little read. The art actually is pretty good. If you guys can take a look. And the story has to do
that's nice.
with
That's nice.
all these women start to fall asleep except for one, and there's a mystery
I got
around
that
this
cover.
this girl, this woman that comes out of the swamp or comes out of this area, and I'm kind of intrigued by it. Again, the artwork isn't bad. I think it fits the way it's written, so I'm actually really looking forward to reading the entire story. There's a number of variants. There's also an incentive variant that I believe Peach is doing, and there's also a store variant that Peach is doing as
That was
well.
an
So I think
incentive.
there's two Peach
Yeah.
covers to this. But
That's
again,
an
there's a lot of this horror involved, and even with Peach's
That's the
Peach.
peach one.
artwork.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
she does a lot of horror
That looks
stuff.
nice.
Is
it
that
really
Peaches?
fits what
Yeah.
she's
That's
doing.
Peach. Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
I didn't even know.
I mean, it's got some good
Yeah.
stuff.
That
And
reminds
again,
me of the
Stephen
Crow cover.
King,
Did that pre-order
Number one
already go out?
issue.
What?
Oh man, that hurt my heart.
So is this
Yeah,
written
no,
by
I think-
Stephen King?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Holy
Stephen
shit!
Owen King.
I didn't even know.
We already
Who's-
passed
who's
that publicity
Owen?
for this?
Yeah.
His
When did that go up to pre-order? That
Yeah.
cover's sick.
Oh,
I
Owen,
bought them
believe
on
this is
Midtown
signed.
this week on Wednesday. They were up.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I would just pick it up. Just give it
Is this
a
a regular?
read.
Is this a
Check it
FOC
out.
cover? A regular shop cover?
So the ash can that I have, that again, Big Rob kind of pointed me to, like this is also,
Ooh.
but I don't know if this is a real cover, but this is also a peach cover.
Oh, nice.
It
And
is a
it's
peach
different
cover.
from the retailer or the store exclusive.
So
I
this
didn't
is.
even look. I gotta look for it.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Can we still get this? Like, can we get
Yeah.
this next week at our shop?
Should be. Should be.
Yeah.
They should have
They
it.
have to order
I mean,
it.
I mean,
Hey
it's,
Nick, you know Matthias, man. We put in that Momoko order. Anything Momoko, you know. So
I mean, seriously, like
he's gotten me some
the
good
artwork
ones.
is good. I like it. Good read. I would definitely recommend it.
this is a nice cover, man. This is like a Momoko
Yeah.
cover. Damn.
Yeah, that covers. She knows how to
This cover's
draw. She just
fire.
likes to do the other kind of stuff as well. But she's crazy with this cover right
This is
here, man.
fire,
that's
man.
sick. That's
Damn.
beautiful.
Man.
Oh
She's
shit.
like, she's on it.
You got that at Midtown, Rob? Do you think it's sold out?
No, I didn't get that, but
Yeah.
I saw it. But I think I think it was more expensive, if I remember correctly.
But this is a
Yeah.
perfect cover if you get it at 9.8 to get her signed. You can sign it right at the
Yeah.
bottom in the dark spots.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
Nice
this
So
is
I got the
sick.
B
Nice
cover
little
and
silver one.
and the
Perfect.
the one in 10, I think.
And Owen
I
King
checked
is
them out.
his younger son.
Yeah.
Joe
Wow.
Hill's the older son. Owen's the younger.
And that's the thing about
Thanks,
Momoko,
JR.
right? Like
No
when
problem.
you see her cover, like you know it's her. Like that's why I think she's so popular because if there's a Momoko cover, you can like, oh, that's a Momoko. It's you know you don't get
It's
across
just,
with
she
anybody.
has a signature. She has a signature for sure.
But then also,
Sick.
I mean, just check it out. I mean, you know, just if you're strolling by your LCS, it's going to be on the board. It's going to be in the back. Take a look at it, and you know, judge for yourself, or just pick it up and read it at home. I mean, it from the ash can, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
Where did you pick up the ash can, Alonso?
I actually picked it up on eBay.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't even know there was an ash can at all. But Rob just kind of said, "Hey, you know what? I know you're into this book. You should pick up the ash can." And I did, and gave it a quick read and took a look at the art. I'm like, okay, I'm sold.
Yes. So if this book hits at Ashcan, dude,
What's the ash can? How much is the ash can going for right now?
I got this one for like $3, but
Ooh, get
it
it.
has IDW ash can right on it.
Stephen
okay.
King, man. Damn.
Yep.
That's
I
what to
didn't even
get.
know. Right.
That's
So,
sick.
Alonzo, are you a Stephen King fan in general?
You know what? I have never ever read any of his books, but I have seen his movies, and I love
Okay.
his movies.
I read his. I was a big reader when I was a kid, and his books are
Yeah.
sick, man.
Those books are
Yeah.
good, man.
Fucking
See,
books are
I've never
good.
been a fan of his books.
Stephen King.
He's just too much detail.
What?
He
Oh,
spends
wow.
like 10 minutes
That's build up.
explaining the room that he's in.
Build up.
I don't need to read 20 pages of this is what was on the bookshelf and then have 2 pages of conversation.
How dare you?
That's why I think I like him better
Dare
in
you,
this
man.
format.
I couldn't put him down when I was a kid, man. I was like, Stephen King was a man.
I
Oh, yeah.
tried
My
several
uncle had
times to read
stacks
it.
of them.
I tried several times to read it. I finally did it through Audible. Same with Stand. I forgot another one. I don't know. Joe Hill I like though.
All right, guys, let's try to figure out what Alonzo's hip hop pick is. Here goes. Oh.
Pass it. Pass it.
Pass it. Puff, puff, give.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up,
That's
Alonzo?
it.
All right, so this is my hip hop cover or album for this week, and the only reason why I picked this one is because I fell in love with The Chronic by Dr. Dre, and
So did I.
to me, like this really epitomizes my senior high in high school, where it was something that was different. I mean, you had all this like hip hop and rap and stuff like that in the past, but
Oh yeah.
The Chronic revolutionized everything. I mean, the beats, just the music was phenomenal. And you know, going through like, hey, I'm becoming a man, I'm graduating high school, I'm gonna start college, you know, and I have all these great memories because of this album.
Yep.
So for me, it's just more of, not because I liked the cover and how it was done or liked the book, but it was more of the experiences and the memories of this album. I mean, back in the day, this was played on Power 106 in LA, the Beat
Definitely.
in LA. But then you would find this, and you're gonna laugh, but you found this being played on like Kiss FM, which is pop music. And it was like, oh my God, why is this playing there? I mean, it was just revolutionary.
Well, do you remember
this album was the one that's kind of started all of it and kind of mainstreamed a lot of that.
Do you remember on the MTV, but they had another thing called The Box that you can order videos on? It was online, it was on TV.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember, like, you'd always see this video come up on there? That and when Dre Day hit.
Oh my
Off
God,
of
yes.
Judgment Night soundtrack. Because I remember when Dre Day hit, and before that we had like MC Hammer and some of that stuff. It was like too legit to quit. Dre Day hit, and you're just like, what just happened?
Yes, and
I mean, it just literally cleared the field.
Yes.
I mean,
Loved
that
it came out during the summertime too. It was perfect.
Yeah. Well, because that came out off of the Judgment Night soundtrack. That was like the one really good song off of that soundtrack. And then you had The Chronic came out, and that was all you heard all year long.
Oh, but this, I mean, this thing just represents West Coast hip hop, and we're all West Coast here, man. So like this represented
gotta
us.
Respect.
You know? Yeah, this is the West Coast vibe, man. You know, like all through.
That's right.
You know. So moving on to me, guys. Thanks, Alonzo. That's a dope pick. So I picked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Jenica for my pick for a lot of reasons. It's a real good story. As we all know, Splinter died, and all the turtles have kind of are mourning him, and they're all kind of going their own ways. And Jenica's doing the same. She's trying to figure out who she is. Does she want to run with her old homies, or does she want to do good and run with the turtles? And all the turtles are doing the same. But there are some awesome covers for this, and we got this Sanctorium Comics exclusive with April on the front, with a bunch of baby turtles hanging out, and I dig this cover too.
Rian Gonzalez.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Rian Gonzalez. Pop. Yeah, it's dope. But the cover I like, and I think everybody's going after, is the Peach Momoko, right?
Oh yeah.
And we all know, man, with that, I think it's a North Carolina Comic-Con with that Ninja Turtle cover she did. That's popping, man. And I had a chance to buy that thing at $60 right during COVID, and I didn't pull the trigger, and I'm like kicking myself now. Like this is gonna be my backup for as a Turtle fan and as a Peach fan, and Frankie's is coming with a dope one too, right?
Oh yeah.
Geez, if you didn't get that one, man.
Yeah, the Thor homage. Yeah.
Yeah, but they came with the Ronin, with Peach has a Ronin cover. It came as a trade dress, and it came as a virgin, and that virgin
and a sketch.
And how much is that sketch? Anybody? You guys got the sketch. I didn't.
I didn't either.
There's only 250 of them, and I know last I looked, it was selling for like $450 one sold.
Damn. It's a hot one, man. Yeah.
That one looks really sick. That came out beautiful, man.
Well, it's also the first time Eastman and Laird are back together writing.
Oh yeah, man.
And drawing.
Yep.
So I mean that's a huge thing.
Get that thing triple signed by Laird, Eastman, and Momoko, and get Waltz to sign it too, because he's one of the head writers, and he's dope too. Like, man, you can get a quadruple sign.
That's fire.
But I know I have this in my pool coming, and Nick, you probably have this coming in your pool, man. So get ready, man. But for my pick, my hip hop pick, let's see if you guys can guess this one. Motherfucking greatest.
Black Album.
Oh yeah, Black Album for sure.
That was right out of high school.
Yep, this is dope, man. Jay-Z, I mean, when I was growing up and when I was in high school in the 90s, man, like we all had the East Coast, West Coast thing going, right? We had our West Coast vibe, which is a lot more slower, a lot more like chill, right? And we had the West Coast vibe that encompassed everything, right? It encompassed like jazz, R&B, all the old school stuff, all put together and a little bit faster than the West Coast stuff, right? And Jay-Z was part of that. Jay-Z, Biggie, Tribe Called Quest, Raekwon, Wu-Tang Clan, right? And Jay-Z's just like, you know, he's the man with this one. On this
Yeah, that
album,
Black album.
bro, 99
just
Problems
cover?
on there, right?
Oh yeah, I mean that whole album is a banger, man. You can just go
Yeah.
through it
I love
all
that album.
down to the last song, man. My last song, or my first song, that song's hard.
Yep.
Lucifer. All about Lucifer.
And you know, man, you got the Black Panther going on with this one, Black Panther #1. Perfect one for him, man. And you know, you can't go wrong with Black Panther and little Jay-Z going on Black for the Black album, right? So,
Decked out.
decked out. So on, moving on, we're moving on to my man Steve, and he picked the cover. It's
Oh man,
you ready for this?
this
Let's
is
hear
close
it,
to
let's
my
hear it.
heart, man. I picked out Enter.
Hold on, let us guess, man.
Oh, okay.
Cash fruit. Word up. 2 for 5s over here, baby.
Let me fast forward.
I just couldn't help myself.
There we go. You guys get it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Cream, baby.
Well, there's a reason a couple of us picked. There's a couple of Wu-Tang albums here.
Yeah, man.
Still
Enter
Lawrence
the
versions.
Squad, Squadron Supreme, 36 Chambers, man. What an iconic album. You know, like this album from Wu, man, just was a heavy hitter. I could play it all the way through. You know, Cream.
Yeah.
It's just an iconic song, man. Wu-Tang was one of the first groups I kind of started listening to. Down to KRS-One and Channel Live, and you know, just Wu-Tang had several albums that just came out. They were either with Raekwon, Ghostface, you got Jizza, you got RZA, you got ODB. So yeah, you got Inspector Deck. I mean, my God, just this album's iconic for me.
And this beat right here, man, like I was telling you, like Steve in the beginning, like me and my homies, we'd have one of our guys spinning and mixing while a bunch of us freestyled, and this beat was over and over again. Like throw on that Wu-Tang, man. Throw on that Wu-Tang, right? Throw on that Cream. Like that was it's classic, man. You could mix this in with anything, any beat, and it would come out sick, right?
We should get like a Nerd Herd cypher going on. JR could have started off for us.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Go ahead, JR.
No, the only thing I could even say on this is I just remember how major it was that they had what was like 10 members was originally part of the group, and then they all went to different companies and signed and had their own deals.
Yeah.
Like that was unheard of. That was just like, what do you mean they're on 10 different freaking labels?
Yeah,
and then they'd come back and bring in another 5 guys.
Yep.
They were stacked with members, man.
Yeah.
I just know, man. Every one of us, man, in my little crew of hip hop heads, man, we all wanted to be like someone on the Wu-Tang. You know, like we all wanted to. Either you were an ODB or you were Method Man, or you know, you just had everybody had to get that persona, right? That little East Coast persona in them on this West Coast, right? And I hope it was the same for them. They wanted Dre or Pac or something, you know. But you know, I remember that, man. I remember this a lot.
I remember like MTV, Yo MTV Raps, and seeing like Triumph, man. That video just changed the game, man. Everybody had their slot, and they just went off, man.
You know what this album reminds me of? Like the big influence they had on me is like them Timberlakes. Remember them Timberlakes? You know, like they brought the Timberlakes.
Oh yeah,
Timberlakes. Dude, everybody wanted them Timberlakes because of Wu-Tang, man. You know, so.
Sure.
See, I don't know.
Wallabies.
Maybe it's just because I'm older and Alonzo can back me up on this. The way I don't get me wrong, I love Wu-Tang, but NWA is that way for me. Like I remember when NW came out and Easy, I mean him and Yeller and MC Ren. I mean Ice Cube. You just
everybody
had
wanted
to
to wear
love
them
that
Raider
group.
hats. Everybody wanted to wear them Raider hats and them Raider.
Everyone wanted to be
hard.
Ice Cube.
Yes.
Everyone wanted to be Ice Cube.
Man, I wanted to be Eazy-E. I'm sorry, man. I was Eazy-E guy. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Well, of course, Eazy-E got all the ladies. Eazy-E
Dr.
was
Dre.
the real.
Can't forget about
But
Dr. Dre.
Eazy-E was the real one out of the group. In all honesty, I mean,
He
that guy
was.
was
He was the
actually
thug, man.
on the street.
He was.
Like, I mean, and it's funny because you go back and listen to like
Him
some
and
of
Ren.
when they were well, you go listen to some of the stuff when Eazy-E and Ice Cube, some of those early albums where they're going at each other.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of what Eazy-E was saying is like, you're just a bunch of pussies. I mean, pardon my French, but he was right. I mean, you go back and look at like Dr. Dre, some of his early stuff. As much as I love Dre, there's some questionable stuff back there.
Oh man, but you know, man, you gotta like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love Dr. Dre.
bringing all that
Without
Motown
Dr. Dre,
into
we
it, man.
wouldn't have. If
You know?
without Dr. Dre, we wouldn't have Snoop Dogg. We wouldn't have Eminem. We wouldn't have 50 Cent.
Without Dr. J, we
wouldn't
would
have-
have NWA.
I like lyrics, man. I was always a Cube guy. Cube.
Oh
Cube
yeah,
was
Cube,
a
Cube had hit it with the lyrics, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the lyrical guy on that end.
I mean,
Yeah,
Predator
for
was
sure,
an
in that
amazing
group.
album.
It was
Yeah.
it was Dre with the beats, and it was Cube with the lyrics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of Eazy-E's lyrics were Cube's.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But
I
man,
mean-
Eazy-E just shouting into the microphone the way he did, man. I just loved it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could command the
He
audience.
was
You know?
commanded, man. Because he was the
I mean,
real
don't-
thing. Man.
And don't get me wrong, I have no disrespect for Wu-Tang. To me, the people that started it was NWA. I mean, they just changed the game.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. They had
Oh, yeah.
their time for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, with Wu-Tang, man, dollar bin, y'all. So moving on to our back bin guy. And Nick, what you got, man? What you talking about this?
So I'm just talking in generalities. I'm talking about Miles Morales covers. So Miles Morales covers with Gwen seem to be popping this week. There's this cover. Not a lot of people are talking about. This is the Spider-Man number 14, Sitting in a Tree, Part 5. It's Spider-Man and Spider-Woman get married. Now this is them in a different universe. I think it's Earth 45 or something like that.
Honeymoon.
But it's the first time they got married, right? This is a good cover. There's a few others.
And which one is
see
this
what else we
homage
have.
to? This is homage to the annual, right?
That's Amazing Fantasy 15, man. That's the
Really? Oh,
homage to
my
Amazing
bad.
Fantasy. Like,
wow,
yeah,
I'm the
that-
Spider-Man hater.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So that's the swipe cover that's been used many times. And what'd she put? Pacelli after Romita,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, and we
But-
got this cover.
Gosh, this is the hot book of the week, guys. I mean, we don't do a top 10 list, but this book is going to be, on, I suspect, other YouTubers' top 10 lists. This book was discovered yesterday and quickly shot up to, I think the last sale was $60 today. Yeah. Guys, I mean, this cover, it speaks for itself. It's an iconic cover because of what's going on in the current political climate. I think it's fair to say that most characters have their own iconic covers. It's also fair to say that they were pretty iconic artists like Romita and Ditko and stuff like that for Spider-Man. But the way the current comic industry works, you're not going to get a guy to stay on a book that long or a girl to stay on a book that long. So. Miles is going to have his iconic covers, and I think this is one of them that might, hold, the test of time. If you read the book, I flipped through the book. This scene does not actually happen in the book. This scene does not actually happen in the whole book. He does get arrested at the end of the story. He does get arrested, but he does not get dragged down and arrested with a gun pointed on him. So I don't know who this cop is. I've seen some people online speculate that it's his dad. I doubt it. It's New York. It's a big city, and there's lots of different cops of color. I think the fact that he has a gun pointed on him is pretty epic at this point. I don't see. This was done in 2017. Was this before the Disney acquisition?
No.
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 Okay. Well, I
No.
I don't know
It's
about
not- yeah.
pointing a gun at a main character is something you don't see a whole lot done in covers. Usually,
But
that's
it ain't gonna happen again.
But you know what though? This reminds me a lot of like the Iron Man cover, was it Devil in the Bottle?
Yes.
Or the Green Arrow cover with Speedy shooting up on the cover.
Yep.
Where those are all social images, and I think that's why this got through. Because normally you wouldn't see on a Disney book, especially something like this, but I think it's because it had such precedence and reflects the time so much, and now especially. But this might have been done shortly after Ferguson, or some of the other stuff, like when Kaepernick started doing his thing.
Yeah, this is 2017. This book.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people online kind of wondering why this book would pop, and I think it's kind of obvious, and the art is pretty darn awesome
Pretty
too,
darn
man.
good.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very cool.
I picked it up this week too.
Yeah, I love the little like flares and stuff like that from the police lights, and
Yeah.
a lot of little details on that book, and it's in your dollar bin if you can find it. If not, prepare to pay $50, online.
I mean, to be honest, me and Nick found this while we were digging through long boxes, and when it came up, we had to stop for a second, right? Like we had to take a moment. It's pretty iconic, man, about what's going on and how people feel, So
For sure.
all right, moving on.
So this is just another good cover. This is another good cover. I don't know if it's the same artist as the last one, but this is kind of an homage to Amazing Fantasy 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's swinging through the city, saving someone on your hip, sort of thing. But nothing special here. Just another cover. Every single Miles book, his number ones are blowing up, and this is another one that just looks great. That if you could find in your dollar bin or for cover, put in your long box.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, this is a variant. So this next one is I don't know if it's a 1 in 10 variant or a 1 in 25 variant, but this is
1 in 25.
I knew Alonzo would know.
I'm chasing this one.
Man.
I'm chasing
Yes.
this one.
Hopefully Alonzo is able to get this before this podcast airs. This is already an expensive book. It is the variant, the 1 in 25 variant of the Sitting in the Tree number 1. This is the start of their love story, right? And then here's the cover A, I think. We have the cover A next for that. So the Sitting in a Tree, cover A. It's another book that you can find in the dollar bin. I got my copy. It's got this like great style to it, kind of like Into the Spider-Verse. It's got that Into the Spider-Verse look to it. It hasn't popped, but it's the first of, I think, a 5-part series. Or does it say part 2 on it? No, part 2 of a 5-part series or something like that. So.
And are these readily available? Because I know everybody's digging through Miles Morales issues, but are they digging through Spider-Gwen issues too to get a Miles cover?
Right. Because them together, I don't know if anybody knows, but the Spider-Man 12 popped this week, which was their first kiss on the cover. And that's this book right here. And, so if the first kiss pops, their love story is probably going to pop. Their first meeting is one to look out for. So they're great. It's great art, and a lot of these are sit at your store, at your local store. You have to find them.
This is one of those books that was just sitting on the shelf for so damn long that I really liked, but I was like, nah, I'll save my money, But Jesus, it's a nice cover,
And,
It is, man.
And if you think about it too, like with Edge of Spider-Verse 2 coming out either next year or 2022, like even in the first movie, they kind of hinted at a relationship between these two characters. So I think they will explore that a little bit more in the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So if this book is a $45 to $50 book now, what happens if a trailer they show some sort of hint at a relationship in this story?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If they show this exact scene in this cover,
it's over.
It is done. This book is gonna be iconic for sure.
How much were these going for, Nick?
I've seen sales at $60, but they're readily going around $40, $45, $50 with shipping.
I'd say hold until this happens in the movies, man. It's happening.
Another thing for you YouTubers out there, because we all
Alonzo,
Hey.
we lost
if you can find it, Amazon is also a good place to find books, and they're a lot cheaper than looking on eBay and stuff like that. So I would definitely. I know, but
But
hey,
you got to be
gotta
careful on
share.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Because
Rob already blew that one up, so it's over.
well, you can easily get confused on a trade paperback on Amazon. It's not as easy to tell on the images.
This is a trade, though. This is a trade also, so watch out, guys. Make sure it's a number one.
That's true. That is true.
Exactly.
Also, on another side note, the Miles train is kind of at its peak right now. I mean, I think it's going to go up again eventually.
Oh yeah.
Gwen is low. In stock terms, buy Gwen now. Gwen's going to go up. She's the next to go up. Because eventually Miles is going to kind of come down a little bit, then Spider-Verse come back, and he'll shoot back up.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen is just starting to go up.
But what's the numbers right now on Edge of Spider-Verse?
Nowhere near as close as Ultimate Fallout 4.
Hit 1,000.
It's getting closer.
Getting close.
Hit
man.
1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But this cover, man, I think, we were talking about iconic Spider-Man Miles Morales covers, just like there's iconic Peter Parker Spider-Man covers.
There is.
Yeah, man, there's iconic Parker covers. There's books that are just popular. Like, what is that? Web of #1? What significance does that book have besides him just looking cool in a black costume with a
He's
awesome
cool.
painted cover?
I don't
He's
know.
cool.
I like Amazing Spider-Man 129. I like that cover.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's also first Punisher, I know what you're doing.
We're on to you.
You probably like ASM 50, right? Which is an amazing cover.
No, I will give you credit. That's an amazing cover, but it buries the lead.
Yeah.
The stickers are-
Kitchen. That was a little bit of a kidney shot for you.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll see you at Comic-Con 2022 or
I hope this
2021,
happens.
whenever.
Here we go.
127.
Yeah, we'll figure it out some point.
So my hip hop cover.
Here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
What we got, Nick?
So we got Slick Rick, right? So yeah, this is awesome, right? This is a Spider-Gwen #1.
I want
This
one.
is not. Yeah,
I
it's not
got
her
this
first
one today.
series, and it's popping already.
Yeah.
We had a sale today on a 9.8 for 125. Raws are going for over 15 right now. The Miles book popped last week and is over $200. This might not hit that, but every single Miles #1 cover is popping.
Oh my
Why
God.
not Gwen? Right? I don't know if you guys saw, but the 2018 Miles, the 4th series, like that one just sold for $40 online. #1, cover A.
Can we talk
That's
about the
raw, right?
previews?
Yeah.
Can we
the
talk about that
previews
insanity
are-
for a sec?
But at least get that. That's an early appearance, right? Like previews of the black suit sell, right? Of black
It's a
suit.
solicitation for a comic coming out in 2 months. Sold for over $2,000.
But
It's not.
I mean, I won't lie, man. I'm getting every Spider-Gwen #1 I can find on the cheap right now. Because
Yeah.
wherever
But this
Miles
is
goes,
not-
Gwen goes.
This is not her first series, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. This is
No,
not
it's
her
not.
first series.
Nope, it's her
No.
second.
But
Second series. Still solid.
Yep.
$15.
yep.
Guys, I want to talk real quick before we get off on the hip hop thing. Rob's pick inspired me, right?
Uh-oh.
Was it Rob's pick, and then it was who had the Howard 2?
Who do you think's the ODB here?
You had Howard the Duck. That also inspired me. How many of these hip hop picks are also keys, right?
Yeah.
I picked Moonsaw hip hop for $9, and that's the first appearance of Moon Girl,
Moon Girl. Mm-hmm.
right?
Which one?
The Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur hip hop
yeah.
variant. because it's not the main cover A, which is a $20 book, I got 2 for 20.
Mm-hmm.
Right? More of these are key. You know, the Awesome Hulk, the first Gwibble, the Ultimates #1 seems to be a looked on key collectors thing. He didn't necessarily dictate which key. He just said, "Oh, this is this hip hop cover inspired by this." You know, second Spider-Gwen's. Anybody else can think of one off of their head?
There's a lot of keys, man. That Moon Girl is the one to get, man. You know, that Moon Girl.
Animated series.
Yeah.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I like that. I like that Howard the Duck for sure.
Yep.
I almost want to pick the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Far Side.
Oh yeah, the Star Lord, right? That one's sick.
Yep.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Far Side. That's the Far
Yeah.
Side cover. Yeah. That's another good one too.
I know where that's at, JR. If you want one, let me know.
I might. Just because I collect that book, and I used to listen to Far Side back in the day.
Oh yeah, me too.
Far Side was a shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, your mama got a glass eye with
Yeah.
a fish in it.
Yep.
JR got a kick out of that one. He's
Yeah,
like,
because I remember
used to tell
that.
all the time.
That and what was the Pop Goes the Weasel?
Oh,
I don't remember the
geez.
group, but I remember that song. The whitest dudes in rap ever. Well, next to Vanilla Ice.
I'm thinking like,
it's a Weasel Pop.
is Nova #1? Is that his first
No.
solo series? The second solo series.
Wait, which one?
The hip hop Nova #1, the one.
Oh, the J. Cole, the J. Cole one, right?
The J. Cole album. Yeah.
That might be.
I don't know. There was a Nova 1 with Sam Alexander, but I don't know if that had a hip hop.
Yeah, so it's 2015, right? And I'm at the Marvel side. It has the Nova hip hop cover on it, but I don't know if that's his first solo series.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is.
I think it is actually.
Here, I'm gonna send this in chat, and we can the group can look at that. Because you know some of these are key, and they're cheaper than the cover A. It seems to
I'm gonna
be
share the screen real
rarer
quick.
than that.
Not pulling up for me. Sorry.
Didn't pull up.
No, this has got to be the second series.
Oh, here we go.
Because,
Here we go.
The first one had just Nova by himself and exploring everything because he got the helmet. So Sam Alexander got the helmet. And it was just like, what am I going to do with this thing? I think he made that connection with his father yet.
Okay, here we go.
But let me double check real quick.
You see it, guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I was going down the whole. I was sending Nick a bunch of like, I am. So I'm surprised he wasn't like, hey,
Like,
enough.
who are you?
And we got
Yeah, he's like,
the
stop.
ultimate like for A and the $8 book.
Well, the Kamala Khan one was the first, wasn't it?
I think that
the
might be her second
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
That's
Yeah.
volume 2.
Yeah, that was her
one
second.
or two.
2, they're saying.
Volume 2.
Yeah, so it seems like there's not a whole lot of keys, but there's a couple.
Yep.
That Spider-Man book you got there, Ian, it makes me so mad. It's a $20 book on. There's none under $20 on eBay.
Let me see real quick.
The
'Cause
Tupac
everyone
one or
loves
the
Tupac.
paid in full?
The Tupac one.
Oh yeah, I was looking too.
Yeah.
You can get the paid in full one.
So
So that Nova
the-
is a second series.
That Daredevil's sick
Second series.
too.
yeah, the Daredevil one.
Yeah, man, I'd peep that easy.
So I was not a fan of Biggie Smalls, but I do like that Ant-Man cover.
How dare you? How
That
dare you?
Ant-Man
But
is
you
awesome,
gotta
isn't it?
you
know,
gotta
I'm
remember,
a West
Steve.
Coaster and I like Biggie.
Yeah,
But at the
Biggie
time,
is
though,
sick.
Alonzo, back me up on this. At the time, if you're West Coast, you're West Coast.
Yo.
I agree.
Like-
Yes.
I
At
went-
that time,
I-
I'm not
I
saying
was a
I
hip
don't.
hop head,
Biggie
man.
was good.
Nah, man,
I'm
I
not
went
sa- I'm
East
not
Coast
saying-
all day long.
Don't get me wrong. I
I
have
was
nothing
both.
against Biggie. then, yes, I appreciate Biggie now. But what I'm saying is, back then, during the time, you
You're
were
one or the
Tupac.
Yeah.
You were West Coast. You were Cube. You were Tupac. You were Dre. You were Snoop. You weren't dealing with Puffy and that bullshit. You can watch the videos at home in your closet, but when Dre came on, you listen to Dre.
Hey,
I mean,
why
I
did
remember,
no one? Go ahead.
I remember when like Tupac got
The
shot,
Roots.
and it was might as well have been a holiday.
What they got to do with Tupac, the Roots?
True.
He's all, I just like the cover.
Or when
Hey,
Easy
Underrated,
died.
man. Look at Miles
How
right in the
everyone-
front. Dude. Miles is right in the front. Underrated.
Yeah.
Oh, true. There's
Yeah.
one of
That's
the underrated
sick.
ones. Did why didn't anyone tell me the Hercules one was a Lil Wayne cover or a Master P cover? Because that
you
is
should
hilarious.
know that.
That
You
is.
should know
I
that.
didn't know that there was a Hercules one. That was also a Master P cover with the
should
bling
know
and
that.
everything.
You're the
had
hip-hop
on the
head.
outside. That's awesome.
If
But
it was
you know what,
rock
man?
albums, I would expect you guys would expect me to know recover.
But my thing is, if you
I
anything
wouldn't be looking at you.
collectible, Tupac or Biggie are the ones that sell. You know, like
Yeah.
if you look at pops, like
Yeah.
the Tupac one is like skyrocketed. The Biggie, the first Biggie is the Chrome Biggie.
Oh,
I could have
yeah.
Out of
swore they
reach,
had. I
know?
could have swore they had an Eminem though for the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah, there's
Hey,
Where
one,
it's
there's one in
Iron,
there.
where it's Iron Man sitting on the porch, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. That
Yeah,
one was
there's
dope
one-
too. There's a ton of them, dude.
Well, there's two of them I saw because I saw the Relapse one. I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah,
almost
that's
picked that one.
that's
Scarlet
with
Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Yeah, that one's
Which I
pretty
thought
dope.
it was pretty dope, but that album,
No, that album was horrible. He
I
even
actually like-
says it himself.
I like the album, but I'm not a diehard hip hop fan like you guys are. But
Eminem's
I
good. I
thought-
like
I'm a
Eminem.
seller.
I like Eminem. He's all right.
Nick's
I give him props.
Nick's all looking at
I'm like, I gotta
listings
find
right now.
a seller that has them all, right? There's not a guy that has them all that I want. You have like one or two. I'm like, I just want shipping. And get a guy that has 3 or 4 of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
Bits
sure.
and pieces.
I ordered that Silk
Frankie and
Mos Def
Sons.
one, and
Frank
the
and Sons,
buyer
right?
came
Let's
back.
go.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I'm telling you, if you guys plan to do it, like give me a couple months of advance notice and somewhere to stay, I'll fly down for
We're
a
down.
weekend.
We're down.
Yeah,
I'm always down for Frank and Sons. But hey, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining us again over here with Team Nerd Herd. We really appreciate it. We also would appreciate your subscribe and like. And also, leave us a comment and let us know your favorite hip hop album / variant cover. That would be awesome to see. Yep, we got the
Oh,
Black
Black
Panther.
Heroes
We're
Matter.
representing, man. So, with that said, I'm
Well, wait a
gonna
second.
ask Alonzo if he wants to
Oh, what about the
have the
Facebook
final
page?
words. Oh, our Facebook page. Go ahead. Let us know.
Don't forget to hit up the Facebook page. We got some good topics going. I think the big one this week was movie in the theaters. What would you go see?
Oh,
Be original, guys. Don't pick Empire Strikes Back, Rob. We all know we want to go see it.
You suck.
I love you too.
He's all, why you gotta
We
kill
also
my
got
vibe?
an Instagram now that you get to see Ian's lovely face on, and we got an email. Team Nerd Herd Podcast is everything. Add the Gmail for Facebook for emailing us. Now go ahead, Alonzo.
If you want to do it right, collect what you like.